Good morning, or depending when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name's Ross, and as always told out of Oyster Radio, so today we need to have a look at the McDonald's cards. They're back, ladies and gentlemen. McDonald's is back. It's just started, actually. I believe today over in McDonald's. So now we need to have a look. It is going through late February, and I've got everything you need to know. Starting off with, and I love that they've done this, there are actually different versions of the box. Here's a Rayquaza version. Here's a Dragonite version. Here's a Roaring Moon version. And here's the Charizard version. Did we need 4 different versions of the box? No! Is it cool that we're getting it? Yes. Yes, it is. I've already heard some rumours of people saying, hey, the cards in your pack are dependent on what's on the front of the box. No, they aren't. And I don't even need to do any investigation into this. There is one pack art here. And the pack art has random cards in. There is no way McDonald's are going to the effort of having this pack always has Dragonite in. Put it in the Dragonite box. Way too much work. No way that's happening. Refuse to believe that. Plus, Dragonite's a holo and Roaring Moon's a holo, but Rayquaza isn't and Charizard isn't. So what are they going to do? Go and no, it makes no sense. That's not happening. Obviously, that's not happening. No. The booster packs, for what it's worth, they'll be exactly like they were in France when I showed you this previously, which is to say 3 non-holo and 1 holo. Yes, I do already have the complete collection for this year in French. Not sure if I'm proud of myself for that one or not, but it happened and I'm a happy boy. So, what cards have we got? Well, annoyingly, we've actually got nice clear scans from the Pokémon website, which never happens. We never get this. But the scans don't show which ones are holo and which ones aren't. But we have photographs which have also been put out by Pokémon, which show the ones that are holo and the ones that aren't. So I'm going to leave the collage of all of them on the screen while I show you the individual cards, so it's nice and easy to tell which ones are holo and which ones aren't. But in case anyone's confused, yes, obviously, these are the same 15 cards that we saw over in France. They've already started. It is going on until late February, and you also get yourself a sticker activity sheet along with them, which is frankly extremely cool. So which cards are available then? Well, if we go through the holos first, these are going to be the most annoying ones to collect. We've got a Pikachu. It is the Pikachu from 151. It's got charge that lets you attach a lightning energy from your deck to this Pokemon. It's not a good or playable card, I'm sorry. But it is still a very cool Pikachu. We've got the Miraidon with Lightning Laser. 90 to the active, 30 to one of your opponent's bench. Good news is that's not actually terrible. The bad news is it's for free energy, which does then start to lean into terrible territory. I should mention this one came from Scarlet and Violet base. I like Miraidon. Pokemon I'm incredibly fond of, but I don't think this is the best version of it. We've got a Koraidon, which there is a Koraidon I love right now playability-wise. It's not this one. This one also came from Scarlet and Violet base. 3 energy 70 or 4 energy 190 discard free from it. It is not a good or playable card, I'm sorry, but, it's still cool and it's still Koraidon. Some people love Koraidon. I think Koraidon is, frankly, rubbish compared to Miraidon, but not everybody agrees with me, and that's okay. Now, there is one holo in the set which is great, and that is Roaring Moon. Roaring Moon is legitimately brilliant. We saw Ross Corful on stream this past weekend in Birmingham with a Roaring Moon deck doing rather nicely. That was more EX, but there was a single non-EX in there as well. This one originated in Temporal Forces and is one of the best cards in the set. Because Vengeance Fletchling, 70 damage plus 10 more for each ancient card in your discard pile. It is a legitimately great card. It is a really fun deck to play. Roaring Moon is awesome. Great card. Big fan. But the other Darkness Holo is not too shabby either. Hydreigon has got the ability Tri-Howl, which lets you look at the top 3 cards of your deck and attach any number of energy cards you find there to your Pokemon in any way that you like. If you're playing Hydreigon EX, and I'm not saying you should be playing Hydreigon EX, but I'm saying you might be playing Hydreigon EX, and I'm saying if you are playing Hydreigon EX, this is a great card with which to pair it, because, well, Hydreigon needs lots of energy, this gives you lots of energy, and it's in the same evolution line, so... And let's be clear, right, I'm going to be picking up 4 Roaring Moon in case I play a Roaring Moon deck, so if you think you're ever going to play Hydreigon, I'm just saying that getting 4 McDonald's versions, I think that's the optimal version of the card. We have a Dragonite that removes your retreat cost of all of your Pokemon, which on the one hand, extremely cool. On the other hand, it's literally a stage 2, which is not ideal. And the other holo is Drampa. Free energy. If all of your bench Pokemon have at least 1 damage counter on, then it's free energy 220. And the thing is, these are going to be the ones that annoy you. There are 7 holo and 8 non-holo. Pick up a few packs of this set. You're going to get the 8 non-holo quickly. You get 3 of them per pack. But the holos are 1 per pack, and there's 7 different ones in there. If you never pull a double, buy 7 packs, get them all, jobs are good 'em. I think while I was in France, I think I picked up like 12 packs or something, and I ended up missing Hydreigon. Now, a lovely person in France did help me out with the one I was missing, because they're awesome, but it is worth noting that it's not a guaranteed thing here. Some of these holos will drive you crazy. I am sorry. But there are a bunch of non-holos as well, including Charizard. Now, the funny thing about Charizard is it's rotated. It's like long since rotated. You can tell by the yellow border that it has rotated. All these yellow border cards have rotated. That's not actually strictly true. Not every yellow border card has rotated. They will in April, but this Charizard very much has rotated. This Charizard actually came around originally back in Vivid Voltage, which is not that recent of a set. And you can tell it's Vivid Voltage because you've got Leon there in the artwork. Once during a turn, look at the top 3 cards of your deck, 1 in your hand, discard the other 2, and then an attack does 100 plus 50 more for each Leon in your discard pile. Saw a bit of play, got a bit of potential, was never actually great. We've got ourselves a Jigglypuff, does 20 damage for each of your bench Pokemon that has the Let's All Roll Out attack. Great potential. That was never good. Sorry about that. We've got Hatena, which is just an evolution Pokemon. It's a basic, but it's there to work as a conduit to your evolutions. It's not special, and it's also going. We got ourselves Dragapult. Discard a number of your bench Dreepy up to the number of your opponent's Pokemon in play, and then for each one discarded, do 100 damage to one of your opponent's Pokemon. You can't choose the same Pokemon more than once. Another really interesting card that I absolutely adored. Never ended up being particularly good. Quagsire, free energy, 180. But you've got to have 1, 3, or 5 prize cards remaining. If you've got 2, 4, or 6, it does nothing. It's never good. Sorry about that. The Umbreon. Now, this is going to be a very popular card, but it's not going to be a particularly rare card. Which, I don't know, you can be happy or sad about that depending on how your collection's going. This is an Umbreon that we actually got not that long ago, but it's a promo card. Promo Umbreon. Why are they reprinting a random promo in here? Don't know, but I kind of love it. It's getting rotated out and all of that. Single energy, 60 to a damaged Pokemon. It's not good. No one's arguing it's good. But it's Umbreon and it's popular. And I'm really, 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 really glad that this Umbreon is not a holo card. Because having this kind of 1 in 7 packs, people would try and increase the rarity of it and try and argue it's worth more than it is, and that would be super annoying. We got ourselves an Eevee that's got continuous steps. Flip until you get tails 30 for each heads, reminiscent of the Eevee everyone's playing in Pokemon Pocket right now. And then we've got ourselves a Rayquaza, which is also a Sword and Shield era promo card. Why have we got a couple of random Sword and Shield era promo cards coming in as McDonald's cards in 2025? I don't know. But I kind of love that we do. It makes me pretty happy. So there we go. That's the collection. I love that we've got different boxes. That was not a thing in France. The activity stickers are fine. There's actually a promotion where you can go and get yourself some in-game stuff for Pokemon Pocket as well. And then we've got this collection. It's a 15-card collection, 7 holo, 8 non-holo. Should not be that hard to collect if you want to. You don't need to go and buy 100 Happy Meals and then make a ridiculous video about how you bought 100 Happy Meals and everyone else was sad. Don't do that. Go and pick up a few Happy Meals here and there. Trade with your friends. You'll get the collection. Job will be a good one. I love that we get these every year. I don't know when they're coming to the UK. I don't know when they're coming to your country if they've not already. The deal is this. Most countries get them every year. If your country got McDonald's the last couple of years, they'll get it this year. But they're not generally announced that far in advance. Usually when we see them is on the box of the previous Happy Meal saying they're coming in the next one. So there we go. That's what you need to know. And now it's over to you guys. Are you going to be going and having a play with this? Are you going to be skipping it? Which is your favourite card? Go nuts in the comment section, but be nice. And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at @TheWasi. That's where we talk about Pokemon and a whole bunch of other card games. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCG Radio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts and all kinds of fun things. And get shout-outs on the channel like the lovely AB3, who's been a supporter of ours for a long time now and is a very lovely person. So shout-out to them for the support and the loveliness. But by far the most important thing is always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.